Hey everyone, this is Rachel. I know I said that, well, actually, let me kind of restart that because I think I started early. Sorry. Hey everyone, this is Rachel, host of Why I Knit, and that is incorrect. That's my regular Twitter. Hold on a second. Let me switch that. So I'm going to turn that off for a second. Sorry. Well, we have a second. Okay. That is correct now. Sorry. That was my racing Twitter handle that you saw. But it's a good thing I actually turned in a little bit early to do that. Okay. So let me see if I can close this or probably just go here. Oh, I'll just go here. All right. So let me start over that again. That's what we get with a live show, though. So, hi everyone, this is Rachel, host of Why I Knit, and I know I said 4:30 Eastern, but I just wanted to come on a little bit early so that I knew that it worked and not whatnot. So I'm just posting that the show has started, but I'm really not gonna start the meat of the show until 4:30, which will be in about 6 minutes, according to my basically my trying to find the right word. And I apologize, Molly, my dog, just started barking. So until 4:30 when the show is scheduled to start. But I just tuned in a little bit early so I know that it would work. So first off, though, before I even do anything, I do want to warn people that you might hear some voices probably within the next half hour or so. That's my mom and sister coming back from somewhere. And of course, you probably heard Molly barking. I apologize. But this is a live show, and I felt that it would be a good start. Since we have about 5 minutes before the live show is supposed to start, I figure I go through the order of today's live show. This is going to be something that I'm going to be doing probably every 3 months. So being April, the next one won't be until July, and then so on and so on. I don't want to do it too often because it's going to get tiring after a while. So that's why this week it's just going to be an hour. Maybe in July it might be even longer, but it will be no longer usually than like an hour and a half in length. So I hope, though, that everyone does enjoy it. So I'm going to start out with the welcomes. I'm going to do a couple of thank yous, of course, which I usually do. I'll talk about the housekeeping, what's off the needles, I should say, what's on the needles, the spin zone, oh boy. I do have some show news to talk about, some pretty big show news as well. Mother's Day project ideas, because we are about a week and a half away from Mother's Day, at least here in the US, and I think all around the world, of course. And next Saturday is Kentucky Derby, so I have some horse patterns to talk about. Then I will do the Q&A section, which I have posted a thread on Ravelry about a week ago or so. Actually, 2 weeks ago. So I have some questions for that. And then I have my life section, which will be at the very, very end of the episode. The chat is open. If you want to ask me a question, there I posted that you can ask me a question there. If not, that's okay too. I will be checking it periodically. I won't be checking it all the time. And actually, it is 4:28, so I just want to check one thing. See if it will work. I want to see show toolbar. Yeah, okay. So I'm just checking one quick thing to make sure that it is working. Stuff. I'm gonna go to here, but it looks like it is and stuff. Wait, no, that's not the one I wanted. Oopsie. I got like 1 minute, so don't worry. Video manager, I guess. Live events. Yeah, and should be going. So you're probably gonna hear me. Show toolbar. Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's working. Excellent. So it is 4:29, so might as well start the show. So again, hi everyone. My name is Rachel, and welcome to the live show, well, the live episode actually, of Why I Knit. You can find all the show notes, which are not up currently. They are actually, they will be up probably sometime, I want to say tonight, but maybe tomorrow morning as well, at whyiknit.com. Find me on Twitter and Instagram as whyiknit. You can find me on Ravelry as Yarn Talk. It is Friday, April 24th, 2015, and this is episode 19 live show. So I want to thank everyone for coming today and watching this very, very crazy episode. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit crazy. As I said, the chat is open. It should be working. I'm actually going to double check once again. Just want to double check. So you'll probably hear me talking again. Stuff. Hold on. Okay, yeah, it is. Something. Anyway, so you're gonna just hear feedback from my computer for a minute. As I said, the looks like chat is open. It should be working. I'm not sure. Oh well. But anyway, you might be able to see chat. You might not be able to see it. I'm not sure. But you know what? Whatever. But it is open if you want to ask a question. I will just be checking on it periodically. Can't speak today. But yeah. So if you are a new viewer, welcome to the show. Normally episodes are not live. They're pre-recorded on Saturdays. But I felt that for this week, because it was a live show, I decided to do it on a Friday. I don't know if it's always good. The live shows are always going to be on Fridays, but for this week, I figured just do a Friday. But yeah, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome. So I'm just going to turn that off because I don't need that anymore. And which leads me to the housekeeping. Because this is a live show, I can't stop and take a drink of water when I start to cough and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is you're going to probably hear some coughing. I apologize in advance. You'll also probably hear some barking, as I explained a few minutes ago if you're just tuning in. But Molly, my dog, might bark. And then you might also hear some tweeting. That is from my sister's bird, Skylar. And then you might hear some adult voices probably pretty soon. That's my mom and my sister. They'll probably come home. I apologize for that, but nothing I can do. So that is the housekeeping for this week. Quick little note, though. I will mention this again at the end of the episode. The next episode, and as I said it like in a very super quick video last night, the next episode will be May 3rd. That is not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. And a couple of reasons why are I am going to be away next week for the majority of the week. I leave Monday and I'll get back Friday afternoon. I'm heading to New York City for a week. Very excited about it. And so I'm not really sure how much knitting I am actually going to be getting done. I am bringing knitting with me, but I'm not 100% sure how much I'm going to get that done. But it'll definitely be at night. So that's one reason. The next reason is that Saturday I just want to relax because that will be my first full day back in Delaware, and that is the Kentucky Derby. I'm not sure how many horse racing fans out there are also knitters, crocheters, spinners, stuff like that. But I just want to like enjoy the race in peace and stuff like that. But yeah, and hopefully by Sunday I might actually have more to show you than I do on Saturday. So that's why. And I will mention that again at the end of the episode. So let us get into the show proper, because housekeeping's done, welcomes are done, and thank yous are done. So, what is off the needles? Absolutely nothing. I had this big plan of showing you hopefully completed socks, and just time caught up to me, unfortunately, this week, and I was not able to get it done, which is a bit of a bummer for me personally. What happens? So I'm going to get into what is on the needles, and I'm going to start out with the top-down socks. These are for my sister, and I barely started it, as you can see. These are on Hi-Hi's 1.5s. She kind of has big feet, but I think 64 stitches will be enough for her. Because my feet are a little bit smaller than hers, I would say. But they're wide, and I can fit into a 64 stitch sock comfortably, because I've tried it with like the practice sock that I made. So this is in Lollipop in Tweet, and I showed you the yarn last week, but here it is in the little bag. It came in. And then there's a coordinating yarn for the heels and toes. These are going to be, I'm debating whether to do a afterthought heel on it or just like a regular heel, because I'm not sure yet. I'm leaning towards a regular heel, and we'll see. But as I showed this last week, I'm going to show it again for if you missed it. It's Lollipop yarn, and it's in tweet. You may actually be able to see it better this week than you did last week. But I'll reread what it says. This is the last time I'm going to do it, though. It's in the grape space, which is 80 superwash merino, 20% nylon, and it is 4 rows each of peep, chirp, coo, twitter, all surrounded by 2 rows of bluebird, and then there's like a bluebird on its own of that color for the heels and toes. So I'm really enjoying how it's coming out so far. This is just the ribbing section, though. So that is coming to New York with me. That's actually going to be one of 2 things that is coming to New York. The other thing that's coming to New York is this, and I'm going to show this. Can we grab it? These are the tulip socks. Sorry. These are the tulip socks that I'm working. These are just going to be tube socks. And this is out of HD Yarns, and I think this is 75-25. So 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon, and this is in the NYC subway colorway. And once again, I forgot to write down which color goes to which line. I do know that the red is the 1, 2, 3, the green is the 4, 5, 6, and the gray is the shuttle. I don't remember what the what this aqua, blue, the yellow, and the purple are. But I think the line, I forget what the lime green is too. But there's a darker blue. Now let me see if I grab my ball that I have that's attached to it, because it's in like a little baggie. Well, this is not the ball that I was looking for. This was what the first sock was. But I know the orange, I think the orange is the 7, which if you're a Met fan, and I apologize for the camera angle and stuff like that this week. 7 is, I think, the line that Shay used to be on before City Field. So this is the one that I was doing the DPN out of. So I'm using the other one, though, for these. And this is really fun. I mean, it's so mindless. That's why I'm making it tube socks. I was thinking of doing a heel, but the heel instructions that I could find were for 2 circs, and I'm not doing 2 circs, I'm just doing magic loop. So I don't know if 2 circs would work for this, but I could be wrong. It might be able to work. Maybe on my next pair of socks that I'm going to do toe up, I might try one of the heels with that are written for 2 circs and see if it works with magic loop. We'll see though. But I did get a message about my yarn that I ordered, and it's on its way. But it won't get here till Monday, so I won't be able to show it until the next episode. I do have one new thing on my needles, and this is another, I should say, circular project, and this is going to be it will cooperate today, a table runner for my mom. What I decided to do is like make a tube basically, and hopefully that should help. Make a tube and make it like wide at one point and then like narrow at the ends. So I'll have it will be more be easier to show once it's basically completed. Which hopefully will be by the end of May. It will get done. This is out of Red Heart Super Saver. Right now it is just the light sage colorway. My mom's the one who picked out the colors. She's like, Rachel, can you make a table runner? I'm like, fine. So this is one of the things that she's asked me to pick up and work on. So really, this is going to be my big weekend project that I'm going to be working on this weekend, along with this. This is Mom's bag, as I haven't really worked on it this week because I've been busy with the socks and the table runner. So this kind of fell to the wayside a little bit, but this is another goal for this week, is that to really make a dent into this, and then see if it works out. So these are on 7s, as I've been saying all on, and these are on 7s as well. I really like working on 7s. I feel that they're a good worsted weight size for yarn, I should say. But yeah, so I think that is it for on the needles. Spin zone. Yeah, that did not go well this week again. So I have no spinning, unfortunately, to show. But hopefully in the future I will. So hopefully, probably, sorry. Hopefully not by this upcoming episode, but by episode 21, I will be able to have everything done and such. So yes, I'm just going to do, I think I'm going to just check Twitter quickly. And I'm probably going to post, see if anyone has a question on Twitter. See, this week it's just like super loose because this is the first time I'm doing a live episode. So I'm going to say, if you have a question, for me on Twitter. Post it now, and I'll answer in a few minutes. All right. So that is done. Just wanna add one quick thing. Okay, excellent. So that is done, and I will check the chat and I will check Twitter in a few minutes to see if there are any questions. I don't think there is going to be, but you never know. All right, so yes, spin zone done. On and off the needles done. So I do have some show news for this week. Okay. Sheep of the month. There's a survey. For some reason, I couldn't create a poll, which is a bit of a bummer. So I decided to do a survey. That is posted already on the Why I Knit show notes. I will mention that link again at the end of the episode. But the survey's up with the the choices and in other, I believe. I gave that option. But the choices are BFL, Merino, and Lincoln. And then if you want to do a choose your own, you can as well. That will close in a week from today. It will close. It will probably close, I want to say about 8 o'clock Eastern in the evening next Friday. So, yeah, you can go to the Why I Knit show notes website for more information. There could be a cow announcement coming soon. And when I mean soon, I mean in May. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but something came up at the very last minute. And so I wanted to do this, just like tease people and such, to see if they I'm trying to find the right words. That's the problem. If they want I apologize for all this coughing. Thinking of the right words, it's hard. Yeah, we'll see if they were interested. About doing a cow. So, you know, I lost my train of thought, which sucks. But it happens. But anyway, like I said, cow announcement, possibly, no likelihood, coming in May. That's all I can say. Alrighty, so the big thing I want to do this live show for is that not in 3 Sundays, I'm going to say. Not this Sunday, not next Sunday, but this Sunday after that is Mother's Day. And my mom's not a knitter, but she really enjoys my knitted and crochet gifts that I've made for her in the past. And that is why she had asked me to make her this and her this. As I said before, that this is for my sister, and this is for me. So this week, the only thing I'm going to talk about is just ideas. Next week, I'm going to talk about ideas again, but the ideas are going to be very different. This is going to this week it's going to be if your mom is not a knitter, and then next week it's going to be if your mom is a knitter. So now I should note that these are things that my mom would enjoy, as well as a friend of my mom's who is really big into gardening. So the first one is sorry. So the first one is dishcloths, and dishcloths can be used basically by anyone. They're very easy to make. I know the dishcloth was really the very first thing that I learned to knit. Easy, like cast on like 4 stitches basically. Yarn over, decrease. It like you basically learn the basics, and it's all knit. There's no purl involved. Bags. As I said before, I am working on a bag for my mom, and I chose to do ribbing, of course. Bags, I think probably most bags, if not all bags, have don't have ribbing. But for myself, I just decided to do it that way. But I also have a crochet bag that I made for her. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me. And I don't think she really uses it, because I kind of, I want to say I kind of screwed up the strap of it. I made it a little bit too long, so there's like a knot in it to make it shorter. Socks. I am planning to make her socks, not for Mother's Day, of course, this year. But hopefully I'll have socks done by the time fall rolls around, when it gets like really cold, even with the heat on in our house, so that her feet can stay pretty warm. Hats. I think that this, because of our terrible winter we've had the past 2 years, I think this is probably going to be a must-have item for this upcoming winter. And the same thing goes with the other thing. I'm sorry, the next 2 things that I have are scarves and gloves. With hats, you can use DPNs, of course. Gloves might be a little bit difficult for, like, say, someone with me, but you could also make mittens as well, which look very fun. And honestly, mittens, I think the construction, they're different than socks, but I'm not trying to think of the right word again. And let's see, like, not the construction, but the don't know. Oh well, I can't think of it right now. Techniques. There we go. The techniques for gloves, mittens, and socks, I think, are very similar. Same thing with hats. Scarves, you can get as plain as you want, as fancy as you want. It really doesn't matter. And then the last one is knitted flowers. And this might sound a little bit weird to people, but my neighbor and my mom both really enjoy flowers. And I was actually thinking of making my neighbor, she's basically somewhat like a second mom to my sister. I don't know her really as well because I don't talk to her as much, but she's really into gardening. And I was thinking of knitting up like a sunflower possibly for Mother's Day, but I'm not gonna have the time. But I thought she might have enjoyed that. I might do it for Christmas, though. I might end up some flowers that she can enjoy all year round. So yeah, these again are just ideas for Mother's Day. There are plenty other ideas out there. And then on the next episode, which will be May 3rd, as I said, episode 20, I will talk about things that you can get your mom if she is a knitter. So you'll have to check back for those. All right. Not tomorrow, which will be April 25th, which is my normal recording day. Sorry. But the next Saturday, May 2nd, is the Kentucky Derby. If you live outside of the U.S. and are unfamiliar with the Kentucky Derby, they call it the fastest 2 minutes in sports. It is the oldest continuously held sporting event in the U.S. It is older than Westminster. It is older than the Stanley Cup playoffs, NBA Finals, World Series, Super Bowl. Is all older than all that. And I forget the number. It's like why did I say 140 something? Hold on. Let me double check on that quickly. For the number, Kentucky Derby in see if the year, or I mean the number, because it has a number on it. I should know this, I know, but I don't. No, offhand. It's not 145, I think. 141. So I was way off. Well, I wasn't way off, but I was somewhat off. It is Derby 141, and the day before is Kentucky Oaks, which is the female version. But I'm, of course, going to talk about the Derby. It's at 1.25 miles, and there's a max of 20 horses that are allowed, and they have to be 3 years old. And it's on dirt because there are two surfaces primarily run in the U.S., dirt and turf. But I decided to choose 3 patterns about horses. When I did the search on Ravelry, a lot of My Little Pony stuff came up, and I really wasn't interested in showing those type of patterns, but I was able to find 3 patterns that I thought were really good to talk about. 2 of them are knit, and then 1 is crochet. 2 are paid, and 1 is free. The first one is Giddy Up the Horse by Alyssa Vosnak. This is the crochet pattern, and it is a paid pattern. The next one is actually one of my suggestions is a dishcloth. It is called Pete Dishcloth by Elaine Fitzpatrick, and that is a free pattern. And then the last one, it actually looked really cool, and that is Patty the Pillow Pony by Allison Cleaver, and that is a paid pattern. So if you're on Ravelry, I hope that you go ahead and look at those patterns to see if, like, even if you don't have a racing fan in your life, if like you have a horse fan in your life, that you look at those and see if you would like to do them. So I'm checking the chat, and I don't know. Maybe it's YouTube or something. Probably. I think they did switch something up. Like the chat. Sorry. Whether the chat doesn't work anymore or whatever. I don't know. But there are no questions. Sorry. There are no questions there, so I'm going to check Twitter. And there's nothing there, which I kind of expected. So I am going to get into the Q&A. And I only have 2 questions, but they're from the same person, and that's Emma the Band Geek, of course, the host of Yarn On Over, so thank you, Emma. And her first question is what is your favorite project that you have finished? And I broke this into 2 sections. I did a crochet, and I did a knitting. Because I've been crocheting longer, even though I've been doing them off and on, I've been able to finish more. And for crochet, it's a bag, which I talked about when I was talking about Mother's Day, for my mom, because she chose the colors. I did the bag. She really enjoys the bag, but as I said, the strap is a little bit long, so she doesn't use it. And it's like all double crochet, so it stretches. So I'm thinking that is why she wants me to knit her a bag. This is actually going to be number 1. She wants me to make 3 of these. So I really hope that she enjoys the bags that I make her. And then for knitting, my favorite thing has to be the very first dishcloth that I made. It was a little messed up, but I could live with it. I made it, and that was actually, I think, another gift from my mom, and she really enjoyed that. I think she might have enjoyed that more. Sorry. But she may have enjoyed that even more than the bag. I'm actually working on a dishcloth, but I can't share it because I'm thinking of entering it into the state fair. So I'll show it to you once it is all done. I have until June to make the decision. So I really like making dishcloths. They're very simple. very fun to do, and they're quick most of the time, except when you're me. And then her second question was, what technique do you want to learn but haven't yet? This one was actually one that kind of, I don't know, it kind of, I had a lot thought of, but I wasn't 1,000% sure about what I wanted to write down. And I decided what I decided on is I am a big lover of cables. They're super fun. I love them. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know where I will be without cables, which is weird. It's really weird. They're super fun. They look very hard to do, but they're very easy. Like, all you really need is you don't even really need a cable needle, but cable needles are so cheap. But you could also use like a DPN will work for them. But I really want to learn more complex cables and see if I don't know, but yeah, I don't want to take a picture. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I was trying to see if I could like quickly find a picture on the internet and see if I could put it in. Once I found it, put it into the show, but I couldn't. So I apologize for that. But I really want to learn like more complex, as I said, more complex cables. To see if I'm trying. I'm really bad at describing. So if you like, I think it's called Irish cables. If you just Google that, that is like really what I want to learn because it looks very complex to me, and I think it is very complex. And the other thing is that I want to learn different types of heels, other than like for top down toe up, because I I keep screwing up at the gusset when I do top down, so that's why I really wanted to do. I'm doing toe up for this. I really want to see if this will make a difference. Of course, as I said, these aren't going to be have a heel. It's just going to be like a tube. But trying different heels, like an afterthought heel, I was debating. This is for this. I'm debating whether to do an afterthought. I don't think I'm going to do an afterthought for this. I think I'm going to wait till my next pair of toe up to do afterthought. But there are also the fish lips kiss heel, I think it's called. I have a pattern, but there was like you have to make a cardboard pattern of your foot, and like really. So I was more confused. And then I really want to try the OMG heel, and I was going to do that with these. And I don't know. I might do it with these, or I might just wait until my next pair to try an OMG heel. But make one left and make one right. Scare me. So the increase for the toe. I did knit through the back and front loops, and I really liked the look. So again, I think I'm gonna wait till my next heel to try the OMG heel, and I will talk about that. I talked about it last week, as I said, as well. So really, more complex cables and different types of heels for socks. So that is, let me see if there's anything on that. Nope. Just want to see like stragglers and stuff. Like that. And I don't think there is. Yeah, nope. Okie dokie. So, life this week was actually kind of fun. Of course, Wednesday was Earth Day. And so my mom, myself, and my sister went to a education center actually in the largest city in Delaware. There's actually a wetland area and by a major river. And we went there to watch for birds because my sister is a huge lover of birds. We saw a few. I think we saw a lot of blackbirds. I think she really wanted to see an eagle, but there were none. She saw a duck. So she was really happy about that. And then there's like a walkway that connects this education center to like all these like really good restaurants. And so we ate at one of them, and it was warm enough outside that we actually ate outside. We had this really good mac and cheese. It was delicious. And then there was an ice cream shop right next door, so we had dessert there. So yeah, that was our Earth Day. And then as I said, I am leaving for New York City Monday afternoon on the train. So I leave there early afternoon. I'll get there mid-afternoon. Get to my hotel, relax. I will have my laptop, and I'm hoping to go to one or two stores. I'm not sure if I will or not. But yeah, I get there Monday. I leave Friday morning. So it's gonna be really enjoyable. And I can't wait. So I might have episode 20 is probably gonna be made up of multiple clips. I will see because I'll probably want to do what I bought like at the yarn store stuff, or like if I go to a bookstore and get a knitting book, basically what I bought. But yes, it is 5:16 where I am, but I've been on since like 4:20, I think, basically. And so that is it for the show. I actually don't have anything else to say, really. As I said, find all the show notes at whyiKnit.com. Twitter, Instagram, I'm known as whyiKnit. Ravelry, I'm known as Twitter. There's a group on Ravelry. Search for whyiKnit vidcast. The next show will be back to pre-recorded. Will be Sunday, May 3rd, 2015. And I really hope that you enjoyed this live broadcast. The next one will very likely be in July, maybe August. I haven't decided yet. So I will see you all on May 3rd. So happy knitting. I hope everyone has a safe weekend. Happy knitting, as I said. Happy crochet. Happy spinning. And I will see you on May 3rd. Talk to you soon.